Hi everyone, it's June 9, 2012, 6/9/12. I'm Dwight Schmuck. This is the Schmuck Look, and today I'm calling this Schmuck to Loons and Bullies. I got an email this morning from a good friend of mine, and it was something to make me smile, and I needed a smile. It's been a rough week. And it was about these two churches, and it showed the pictures, and these two churches, one's a Catholic, one's a Presbyterian, which is about a half a step away from the Pope, but they were having a fight. They're across the street from each other, mind you, and they were having a sign fight, so to speak. You know, the Catholic Church put up on their sign, you know, where it says the time of the masses and the pastor, the priest, his name, and you know, all that stuff. But it put a sign up that all dogs go to heaven, which is a popular theme. I believe it was a book some odd, 20 years ago or so. But all dogs go to heaven. Well, the Presbyterian minister wasn't having any of that. Dogs don't have souls. They can't go to heaven. He's putting things like this on his sign, and the Catholics were responding, and it was back and forth for quite a while that dogs don't have souls. Now, I have a dog. Her name is Juliet, and she's love on four legs, and I cannot imagine heaven without dogs. It's just totally no. Dogs have... my big question, because these guys are loons, having this kind of a fight to begin with, where does it say exactly that dogs, animals, don't have souls? We know they think. It may not be as progressive thinking process as we have as humans, but animals think. They do more than just see pictures in their heads. I'm hungry, that, they know. They may not say it in English. They may not be able to say it. That's why we call them dumb animals, not because they're stupid, because they can't speak our language, whatever language we happen to be, Chinese, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, French. Animals do not speak as humans do. This is why we call them dumb animals, because they don't speak. But they do communicate exceptionally well, I might add. The thing is, I cannot imagine heaven without these blessed creatures that we all love, or most of us love. But who says they don't have souls? Some guy who wrote this book. It's called the Bible or the Quran or whatever book you have. It was written by some guy centuries and centuries and centuries ago. It's been added to. No matter which book it is, it's been added to and deleted from, and this, that, and the other thing. There's different revisions and different editings and interpretations, because none of us speak the same language as they did 2,000 years or so ago, 1,400 years or 700 years. We do not speak the same language. We might want to call it the same: French, Italian, Spanish, even English, which has obviously changed since the days of the Britons. But that's the point. The point I'm trying to make is languages evolve. We don't speak the same language, so we'd have to interpret what was written down all those many years ago. And who's to say that those interpretations are correct, other than the guy in the collar at the front of the church? And usually he's saying what he believes, not what is. And there is a difference between believing what is and just believing. That's a major league difference here. My point is, yeah, you're damn right, all dogs do go to heaven because they're wonderful creatures. The bullies part, I got an email for a comment I made earlier in the week on some video. I don't even remember what video it was anymore at this point. But, you'd better be careful. What? It's a free country. Maybe some of these people who want to tell other people what they're allowed to do, what they're allowed to think, what they're allowed to say, they ought to go back and take a refresher course in Constitution. It says we all have the rights. That doesn't mean just a few, just a selected bunch. We're those who want to say, no, you don't have the same rights I do because you're not the same as I am. Well, thankfully, I'm not. At any rate, if that bully happens to be listening, my name is Dwight Schmuck. I live at 143 Route 9 West, Wilmington, Vermont. Come on up and see me. By all means. You want to play? Me play too. I'm calling your ass out. I can't really because, you had a screen name. Not your real name. I go by my real name. I guess that means my testes are bigger than yours. You want to play? You want to be a bully? Come on ahead. Me play too. Me play win. Have a great day on that one. But yeah, generally speaking, bullies are like that. And we've got a slew full of them in the Christian conservatives. Oh my goodness, we have a bunch of them now. It's like our Christian radicals are trying to beat the Muslim Christian radicals at who's the most idiotic and bloodthirsty. And that's what it, and this, it's these same Christian conservatives who've promulgated and are enforcing, and stupidly enforcing, all these new stand your ground laws where people are being shot to death because their music is too loud. I saw that video yesterday. A retired fireman, I forget where it was having a hissy fit. The neighbors somewhere down the street were having a birthday party, and the music, I will say it was loud, but there were ways to handle it. He's on the telephone he went down the street with his gun, he went to their house with the gun. And now, because he shot a guy, killed him, who was standing there with his hands up in the air, he's quoted, I feel threatened, I feel threatened, I feel threatened, bang, as he's talking to the 911 dispatcher, as if I feel threatened, saying I feel threatened 3 times, gives you permission, carte blanche, on the stand your ground rule. The guy, like I said, was standing there with his hands in the air and gets shot to death because he's saying, I'll go get my gun. Now, yeah, okay. All of a sudden it's equal fight, so naturally the idiot, the retired fireman, the bully, felt threatened because it's going to be an equal fight now. Well, yeah. See, that's how bullies are. If it's an equal fight, they don't want anything to do with it. They feel threatened. They run like little babes. As long as they are the only ones to have enforcement, well, they're big, brave He-Man. They're standing their ground. I have rights. So does everybody else. And again, there was a perfectly easy way to handle this. Call the friggin' cops. It's what you pay taxes for. And, I agree, the music, from what I heard, you could hear it way up the street. Okay, it's too loud. You've called them, they didn't turn it down. Call the police. It's a simple deal. Don't call the police while you have the gun in your hand and, you got your camera, your phone with the camera out, and you're taking pictures of this, doing the whole thing. And I feel threatened, I feel threatened, I feel threatened. It ain't cutting it. It's like the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman thing down there in Florida. You chased after the guy. You went after him after the 911 dispatcher said, stay in your car. How can you possibly use this as, I was standing my ground? No, you chased him into somebody's backyard. And that's the bottom line here. When you chase somebody down, you cannot use the excuse, I was standing my ground. That's a bully bullshit idea. You know it is. I know it is. We all know it is. But he's going to try, like the devil here, to get something done in his favor, of course. I'm talking about George Zimmerman, but we'll talk about all the bullies out there, because they're all the same. And they're using this stand your ground law in many states. Again, the retired fireman is going to try to use that as stand your ground. He went down the street with a gun in his hand. How is that standing your ground? Again, to all of you bullies and the loons, I don't even have a firearm anymore, working firearm. I don't. I used to have a lot of guns. And as you can see, my eyes kind of crossed or went, I see two of everything. So having a gun probably isn't the wisest choice I could make. I'm going to shoot thin air or somebody way away. But if you come at me with a gun, I've been shot before, it hurts. That guy wasn't real happy with the outcome. But me play too. Me play win. You guys want to be bullies, you want to be loons, do it on your own time. Or, here's a marvelous idea. You really are looking for a fight. We got them going in Afghanistan, Iran, all over the Mideast. Enlist. But that would make you, you'd have to be brave then, wouldn't you? And that's something bullies and loons just ain't. They talk a real good story, but they are not brave. They're cowards at heart. If they can get by with being a bully, the braggadocio, the out-yammering, the out-yelling, the out-screaming of their victims, their alleged enemies, the opposing side, they'll do it and they'll claim a win. But they haven't won a damn thing other than that particular instant. And more's the pity, because then they feel stronger, more empowered, bolder. Sooner or later, though, fellas, you run into a schmuck like me. And then it's done. By the way, folks, happy Father's Day. That's tomorrow. I'm Dwight Schmuck. That's the Schmuck Look. Peace.